Welcome back, everybody. This is Glockman4519. I'm back with another ROM overview. This one, of course, is Resurrection Remix, and it is for the 1+1. Or, I guess its code name would be Bacon. This is one of those request videos. I was told Resurrection Remix had an update, and the update was very, very secure, reliable, smooth. And I threw it on, and as usual, because Resurrection Remix is one of my favorite ROMs, it is all of that. I haven't had any issues at all with it so far. I've had it on for well, since I got the notice. I was a little late to download, but I had it on shortly after it was released. I do want to take you over to the XDA thread where it is located, where you guys can download it at, and I will be putting all the links in the description for you guys to see, so that you can download it and everything. But there is a developer. I'm not going to try to pronounce his username, but as you guys can see, there it is. And this ROM is like a lot of the other ROMs that I like so much, that it just has so many features. You can actually lose yourself with all of the features that are incorporated in this ROM, and we are going to try to hit every one of them. So bear with me. This is going to be a long video. I'm going to try to make it as short as possible, but it is what it is, guys. We're going to go into settings, about phone. As you guys can see, this is version 5.7.1, release July 7th. It is for the 1+1 or Bacon. Does have the July security patch in it, so this is definitely all up to date for those of you that are interested in that. I am running the supplied kernel with it. I did not flash any different kernel. I wanted this to show as flashed, except for the theme, of course. And the other thing that I did flash was SuperSU version 5 or 2.5.2. I don't like systemless root. That's the only reason I use 2.5.2 is because I just don't like systemless root. I have a lot of apps that will not work with systemless root. ES File Explorer is one of them. I know I can get around that by doing certain things. I just would rather not. Until I can't use it anymore, I'll just use SuperSU version 2.5.2. I'm going to go into the developer options quickly. Let you guys take a look at that real quick. This is where you would turn on the supplied super user is right there. Of course, you want to make sure you have Android debugging turned on. USB debugging. Not a whole lot in here. Most of it is all in the custom settings. Under drawing, normally you would find the multi-window feature. That is in the special or custom features. It does have the kill last app or kill app back button. And I usually like to set that a little higher than what they have it set for. Just so I don't inadvertently trigger it and kill my last app. Alright, we are going to run all the way up to the configuration. Under status bar, you have your clock customizations. Plenty of customization options that you guys can choose from. Right, left, center, or hidden. You do have your AM, PM, date style, position, format, color. That's why I love Resurrection Remix so much. It allows you to color a lot of things. Another reason I like it is it allows you to actually raise or lower the font size. And I just love that feature. I wish all ROMs would incorporate that. Battery configurations, of course, those are your configurations. I do have mine shut off. I'm not even running with a battery bar. I just don't want you guys watching the battery drain because I am recording in high def and I got a lot of apps running on 100% brightness. I don't want, anybody making remarks about how bad the ROM is or the kernel because the battery's draining. That's why I don't have anything up there, guys. Also, 3-minute mod does not work on this right out of the gate. This is CM based, so you are not, most CM ROMs, 3-minute battery mod does not work right out of the gate. You have to have a zip made for it. And that's if the zip will even work. It does come with a battery bar. Those are the settings for that. I kind of like the new way that the battery bar is set up, where you can actually color things. The charging can be a different color. Your low battery can be a different color. I kind of like that. I actually have it themed, where I would, if I was to turn it on and show you right now, it actually matches the theme that I'm running. But we are going to go ahead and shut that off. Then you have your status bar icons. You can pick and choose what you want to actually show on your status bar. I have quite a few of them turned off. I want to keep mine pretty clean. You can actually color everything if you want in your status bar. All you do is enable that, and you can go down through and just go crazy with this. The only caveat with that is, and I like to bring it out up front right off the bat, if you guys are going to run a theme, and the theme does any kind of changing of the colors in your status bar, I would definitely not turn this on because you're probably going to have some conflicts somewhere. So just a little bit of a warning there. But again, guys, you can pretty much color everything. And I just love that because you could actually run this without a CMTE theme and make your own custom theme. Download Dirty Unicorn's TBO clear GApps, or they're black, they're blackouts, and run those, and you've pretty much got a themed phone. These are your carrier label. You can customize that, color it. Let's see, network traffic. You can show incoming, outgoing, one or the other, or not at all, and you can color it. Of course, Resurrection logo, and they do have the two logos. You have the standard logo, which you can color, and then, of course, you have a custom logo, which I'll show you here. Custom logos, and what's really cool about that is you can go crazy with this, guys, and this is one of very few ROMs that does this, and I love it. So, as you guys can see, there are literally a plethora of choices here. Then you have your hidden or your headset icon. You can choose whether you want that or not. Your weather settings, you can colorize that. As you can see, I do have mine on, and it is working perfectly, guys. Once I set my weather option up, or my weather up, it came right up. Let's see. Then, of course, you have your miscellaneous status bar settings where you can turn them on or off. What you want showing on your status bar. That's where you're going to do that at. Then down at the bottom you have your notifications, your breathing notifications. Next up, your notification bar. You have your notification header, custom headers. You can turn them on, turn them off. These are your header packs. Again, guys, it just took me. It's going to take you forever. I recommend trying each and every one of them. I kind of like that texture 8. I thought that was going to go nice with the theme, and I just decided to leave it on, and that's what I went with. But you can change the shadow, the transparency, all of that, and then of course the header text shadow color. You can change that as well. And along with that, you have your header items. You pick and choose what you want to show on the header. If I'm not mistaken, you can even change the fonts, which is going to be up next. You can change your fonts, and you can change your colors of pretty much everything. That's what defines a true over-the-top custom ROM, and that's what Resurrection Remix is. It's truly just over the top, and I love it. Let's see. Next up would be your Force Expanded, of course, Disable Immersive Mode, and of course the notification colors in your panel. You can just go nuts with changing colors and opacity and I mean, just all of that. I mean, it's just crazy. But like I said, when I do a review, I like to show everything that's in the settings, so there are no surprises when you guys flash these. Quick setting pull down. You guys, you right, left, center, or right, left, off, or always. You can go with the smart pull down if you want. Number of tiles. Enable three locations. Like a tri-state type of deal. Enlarge first row. Quick setting tiles. This is going to be where you're going to pick and choose what you want on it. These are what I have on it right now. Whoops. It's hard to slowly scroll through this. And this is what I did not put on. So again, guys, this is one of those ROMs that just gives you, more choices than you really need, and that's what I like. More choices than what I need, but for somebody else, they'd probably use all of them. Let's see. Um, you have your quick setting vibrations. You can actually pick and choose what you want to vibrate or nothing at all. I actually don't want anything vibrating. And you can also color everything if you want. But again, with that one caveat, if you guys are running a theme, uh, themes do theme the quick setting panel. So I highly suggest if you're running a theme, don't touch this. Leave it, and that's why there's the switch there. The switch, you can turn it on or turn it off. If you're running a theme, I suggest you leave it off. Uh, then you can disable the quick settings on your lock screen. Tile animations, which I love this. I have mine set to rotate. You can flip them if you want. They do come. This was one of those few ROMs that come with the super fast, and I like the super fast. The other rotation they have labeled as fast is actually kind of slow. So I like the quicker animation. Let's see. And then, of course, you have your interpolar. Mine set at linear. I don't really touch that. And then you can choose the brightness slider if you want to have it. And then your brightness icon, which I should have put there, but I'll do that later. I usually run with that. Next up is going to be the nav bar. These are your nav bar settings. This does come with the fling settings. If you guys use it, I will turn it on quickly. I don't like to do that, but I'll turn it on just so I can show you guys the fling settings, okay? So here are your fling settings. Quite a few there. And again, color options everywhere. Now I have to, I can go back there. Then I'm going to go into navigation bar standard mode. And these are your smart bar settings. And of course you can color the nav bar buttons. I don't want mine colored because I want my theme to show through on that. I like those buttons. If I was to choose to color them, the nav bar buttons, I'd have 3 white spots or 3 just colored squares. And then, of course, you have pulse and your bar size. These are your pulse settings. Actually, I do run with pulse, and I like, we'll go with the purple. Actually, we'll go with the stock purple. I do like that. This is a nice feature to have, and I usually run with that. And then, of course, you have bar size. Those are your bar sizes, standard CM type settings. And, I'm almost 100% sure that it's CM based. If I remember correctly, last I remembered, and don't quote me on that, guys. I'm not I'm not always right. God, I'm wrong a lot of times. Next up is going to be the button controller, hardware keys, get your backlight settings if you want. Actually, I want to disable my hardware keys. You can leave them on if you want and have 6 buttons that you can program to do different things if you want. Next up will be the power menu. These are the options you have on the power menu quite a bit. I do like that. I like the fact that there is a screen record to choose from there. You can end call by pressing the power button. Of course, you have your power button twice for the camera. This is where you would turn on or off your advanced reboot. Make sure you have that on, or you're not going to be able to reboot into recovery or do any of the other, bootloader stuff like that. Then you're going to have all your hardware keys, your home button, menu button, um, your volume buttons, stuff like that. This is going to be where you set all of that up and have fun with that. I usually do not do any kind of adjustment on that. We are down to recents now. Uh, they allow you to have the search bar in there if you want. I usually don't run there. I do like the memory bar. Right now, the recents I have run in full screen in the standard Marshmallow affair. Oops, I guess we can go back into settings this way. Clear all button, clear all tasks, no thank you. I like mine on the bottom left. Hidden apps, your recent style. This is where you can actually go with a custom style. If you enable this, let me see here. Okay. It gives you the floating mode, all that. Plus, you can animate the buttons and everything. I forgot all about this one here. So here are these settings here, which is just awesome. Again, I forgot this was even here. That's why I love Resurrection, man. They're just awesome. Next up's going to be, let me see, recent style. Yeah, next up's going to be your immersive mode. I always run mine in full screen. Then I show clock, show date. Then, of course, all the way at the bottom, you can choose between slim recents or Omni switch. And if you want the slim recents, it's just as simple as turning that on. Then when you hit that, your recents are going to be in the side, like in a KitKat format. I know a lot of people like that. I don't. But again, just all kinds of settings for that. You can do more customizations, I think, with that. And then, of course, Omni is just a bar that runs across the center. And it's a very quick and easy way to run recents. Although I think when Lollipop come out with the Rolodex type recents panel, I really think that that's a lot easier, at least for me, and that's what I use. Next up is going to be the lock screen settings. You have your security, lock screen media, lock screen UI. You have your blur, lock screen colors, fonts, all that. You can pick and choose what you want to show. And then, of course, you're going to have your bottom shortcuts and your center shortcuts. Let's see here. Lock screen gestures. And then, of course, you can pick a wallpaper to put on your lock screen if you want. And if you want to go back to the standard or stock look, or the, I guess, flash look, all you got to do is hit the bottom one to clear your lock screen paper. It'll just take you right back to the way it was flashed. Then last but not least in lock screen is your weather options. And that's what you're going to have there. I normally go with colored. You guys can go monochrome or V-clouds if you want. Or none at all if you don't want it. That brings us to animations. These are your animations. The only one I really like, again, I've said many ROM reviews, are the scrolling modifier. Not too many ROMs include that. I understand why, but that's the only one I use. But it's nice that they have this. I know a lot of people that do use this, and it is nice that they have it. Gestures are up next. You have your gesture anywhere and your app circle bar under gesture anywheres. I like the three-finger gesture where if you pull three fingers down, it takes a screenshot. I think that's just awesome. That's probably the only one that I really use. But you guys can really, if you turn on gesture anywhere, you can set it up to make your own gestures and have it do pretty much whatever you want it to do. App circle bar. This is basically just a shortcut for you to, I'll show you quickly, just include some apps. I'm just going to do this for demonstration purposes. You click OK. Trigger width, position. I'm going to go back. That way, and then when I hit this area here, you get this little semicircle with just the apps that you put in it. I'm going to disable that now just for the video, so I don't inadvertently hit that while we're doing the video. Let's see. That was multitasking, right? No. Under multitasking, you have the multi-window mode. Then, of course, you have floating windows. If you guys use that, this is where you would set that all up at there. Then, of course, you have pie control. Just enable the pie. Let me see where the gravity's at. I didn't even try this yet, guys. I feel bad for that. There it is, right there. So it's working. There is your pi, if you're into that. That brings us to miscellaneous. SE Linux switch. I can tell you right now, I did not switch it to permissive. That is the way it flashed. And I really love it. Like I said, I run apps that need to have permissive. I'm not going to mention those apps, but I need that permissive. I'm glad it's there. Then, of course, you have your dashboard styles. You can go with the Launch Music app, Doze Power Mode. This does have a Restart System UI switch. I wish, that would be more in an easier location to get to, but still, it's great that it's there. Here are your weather options. I'm pretty sure I have that all turned on already. This is where you need to have this turned on in order for your temperature to work in your status bar, okay? Then you have your system app remover. If you guys want to use that, remember, make a backup before you use it. And then, of course, advanced options. Camera shutter sound, screenshot sound, safe headset volume sound. I have them all shut off. That way nothing makes any weird, loud sounds while I'm doing the video. That's pretty much it. Last but not least are going to be your updates. I can tell you I was running the old version, the last release, and I got a notification that there was an update. So updates and notifications are definitely working. Quickly, we're going to go into sounds, let you guys see those settings very, very quickly. These are your other sounds. Your vibration controls are all the way at the bottom. That brings us to display and lights. You have your brightness level, adaptive brightness. If you guys want to run that, that's where you do that at. Sleep time, your theme. I'm running light just because I'm running a theme. It just works better when you're running a theme. If I would click that on auto or dark, it would screw with the theme. So that's something you might want to use when you're not running a theme. You just want to theme it yourself. And I know a lot of people that do. Then, of course, you have your ambient display, and if you run ambient display, which I'll show you, you have your advanced doze mode, and these are the settings for that. Then under interface, you're going to have wallpaper, extended desktop, your LCD density. I'm going to leave it at 480. I think it works for this phone. Then your font size, you can change that if you want. Then, of course, your battery lights and your notification lights, and the flashing does work. I'm getting the flashing right now. The theme I am running is basically shadows. I'm running the status bar, navigation bars, and style. I am running transparent black for my fonts, and that's about it. I think I wanted to show you, I know a lot of you guys want to see if the camera works. I will show you the camera quickly. And it's working. There you go. Alright guys, that's it. This is Resurrection Remix. Yes, you can see I'm in my bathroom doing this. It's the only quiet place I could find in the whole house. This is Resurrection Remix for the 1+1. This is the latest release, 5.7.1. If you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up. I just want to thank all of my subscribers. I really do appreciate it, guys. And I will see you on the next one.